Alright, in this video, we're going to check out what is the multiple and what is the factor. At the same time, we also are trying to learn what is the difference between the multiple and the factor. Okay, for multiple, the simple definition is the multiply by an integer. Means you will multiply by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You keep counting lah. So I give a very simple example. If today the question asks you to find the multiples of 2, then what you need to do is, in order to write out the answer, is like 2 multiplied by 1, 2 multiplied by 2, 2 multiplied by 3, 2 multiplied by 4. Then this one will give you a 2, this one will give you 4, this one will give you 6, this one will give you 8, right? So all these number is considered multiple of 2. So you will get 2, 4, 6, 8. If I want to continue to write, because it keep going one, so the next one will be 2 multiplied by 5. You will get 10. 10. Then multiply by 6, 12, multiply by 7, 14, and so on. So all these number, we call it multiple of 2. So let's say I give you a similar example. I say, okay, find the multiple of 5. Then you will think something like 5 multiplied by 1, 5 multiplied by 2, 5 multiplied by 3. So 5 multiplied by 1, you're getting 5. So your first one will be 5. Then 5 multiplied by 2, you get 10. Then you get 10. 5 multiplied by 3, you will get 15. Then you get 15. So if you want to keep going, you can 5 multiplied by 4, you get 20. Then you get 20. So I will keep writing until whenever the question hints me to stop. If not, it will keep going until infinity. But definitely in the exam, you're not going to write so many. Maybe they just ask you to write the first 5 term of the multiple of 5. Then you just calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you will stop it from there. Okay, so multiple normally is very simple. So if the exam wants something with the largest value, they might say something like multiple of 12. Then this one you might need to do carefully. So this one will be 12, and then 12 multiplied by 2 is 24, 36, 48, and so on. So they can go as big as they want. But in the year 7, 8, 9, I don't think your number will go very big. But as long as you understand the concept, is you multiply by integer. You just imagine whatever multiple they ask you, you're going to multiply by 1, multiply by 2, multiply by 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, just like that. Okay, shouldn't be too difficult. Okay, then we go to the factor. When we call factor, means you can divide evenly. There's no remainder. So I give you a very simple example. So let's say today I want to see what is the factor of 8. Example. Then I will ask myself, can 8 divided by what integer? And then I will have no remainder. So let's say 8 divided by 1. Will I have a remainder? This one is 8, 8, 0. So yeah, 1 will be the factor of 8. Then what if I use 8 divided by 2? 4, 2, 8, remainder is 0. Then 2 will be the factor of 8. Then can 8 divided by 3? You go 3, you will get 2, 6. You have a remainder of 2, right? So 3 is not the factor of 8. But then this method is very not effective. So therefore, normally we will just try something like more effective. So normally what we do is we will start with the 1. And then we try to ask ourselves, 1 multiply what value we can get at 8. So we know 1 multiply 8, you actually getting an 8, isn't it? And both are integer, cannot be decimal or fraction. So therefore, your factor, you have 1, and then you have 8. But then we definitely still have any number in between. Just now we already tried 2 multiply by 4, we're actually getting 8, right? So both of these also considered as a factor. So it's 2 and 4. So all these will be the factor of 8. Then you might say, sir, can I try a 3? yeah, you can try a 3. 3 no matter multiply what integer, there's no way you can get an 8. Unless you say you want to multiply some fraction, then possible. Okay, you got it? And then you can try like 5. 5, can I multiply any value to get an 8 if the value must be integer? No, right? So therefore, 3 and 5 is not the factor of 8. Okay, so let's try few more examples to make you understand better. So let's say I want the factor of 12. Okay, so 12, so 12 definitely can divide by 1. Basically 1 will be the factor of all the integers, so you can always start with a 1. Then you ask yourself, 1 multiply what value? You are getting 12. So obviously is 1 multiply 12, you get 12, isn't it? So 12 will be your factor as well. And then 2 multiply any value, you're getting 12. You should know it's 6, isn't it? So you have another one, 2 and 6. And then 3 multiply any value, you will get 12. It's 4, isn't it? So 3 and 4 also is a factor. Then 4 we already use. If you use the 4, you're actually getting the same factor. 3 times 4 and 4 times 3 is the same thing. So we're not going to repeat, right? Double 3 or double 4. Then 5, multiply any number here, you can get 12. No, right? 5, there's no way, because any number multiplied by 5, you will end with 5 or end with 0. There's no way we end with 2. So it's not possible. Then we can go to 6. But 6 multiply the 2, we are getting 12. But 6 and 2 is same with 2 times 6, isn't it? So they are the same, so we're not going to repeat them. So therefore, here will be all the factor of 12. Okay, now let's see the difference between them. So example, so let's say we use a number like 24. Okay? And then we're trying to find the multiple and the factor of 24. Okay? So multiple of 24 should be quite easy, because we know we need to multiply by 1, multiply by 2, multiply by 3, and so on. So 24, if multiplied by 1, you get 24. So if 24 we multiply by 2, so you just imagine 24 multiplied by 2, you are getting 48, isn't it? 48. Then 24 you multiply by 3, you will get 72. So then you will get 72. Then 24 multiplied by 4, maybe you will get a 96. So you'll get a 96. So all this value is the multiple of 24. So let's say if I want to find a factor of 24, mean 24 can divide by this value and still get integer, means that they will have no remainder. So therefore we always start with 1, because 24 we can divide it by 1 and we still get 24, isn't it? So 1 multiply 24, we are getting 24. So both also is my factor. Okay, then I try about 2. 24 is an even number, so we can multiply 12 to get 24, isn't it? So we have 2 more factor. Then how about 3? 3 multiply 8, we also get 24, isn't it? Then we have 2 more factor. You can see right now we actually have 6 factor. 1, 24, 2, 12, 3, 8. How about 4? 4 we can multiply 6 to get 24, isn't it? So we have 2 more factor. Now we have 8 factor in total. Then 5 definitely cannot. 6 will be repeat. 7, no way to get 24. 8 is a repeat, 8 times 3. And then 9 we cannot, so therefore in total you have 8 of this factor. But normally factor we will write from smaller value to the largest value. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 12, 24. So these are the main difference of factor and multiple. So we can see multiple number normally they become bigger. And as long as this one is factor, you can see the largest value you get is the number itself, 24. Okay, and for factor, we always start with the 1. Always start with the 1, because any number divided by 1, you can divide evenly, you will have no remainder. So 1 will be always the first factor for it. And then the last factor is always the number itself. Because all the number, let's say today, is even prime number like 53, we can always divide it by 53 and have no remainder, isn't it? So the number itself will be always the last factor. And multiple itself, and no choice, you have to multiply 1 by 1. If the number is big, then you need to make sure you multiply carefully. So I hope this short video can help you to understand what is multiple and what is factor, and how to do them correctly. Alright, I hope you find this video helpful to you. Thank you.